As an application of linear differential equation of higher order, we shall see LCR circuit. An electrical circuit consisting of the resistor R, inductor L and the capacitor C is called as LCR circuit. Here the current in the circuit at any time t is denoted by I. To find the current I in the circuit at any time t, we make use of the differential equation. The charge q at a time t is given by the differential equation L into d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus q by c equal to 0. And the current I will be equal to dq by dt. So q can be obtained by solving this differential equation with the constant coefficients, and to get I we need to find dq by dt. For LCR circuit with the voltage source E of t, the charge q at a time t is given by L into d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus q by c equal to E of t. So only thing is we need to solve the differential equation by the method which you have seen under differential equations with the constant coefficients. So the first question, in LCR circuit, the charge q on a plate of condenser is given by L into d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus q by c equal to E into sin pt. The circuit is tuned to resonance so that P square will be 1 by LC. If initially the current I and charge Q are 0, initially means at t equal to 0, Q is 0, I is 0. Then show that for small value of R by L, the current in the circuit at a time t is given by Et divided by 2L into sin pt. So you need to start with that differential equation L into d square q by dt square plus R into dq by dt plus q by c equal to E into sin pt, where that L, R, C, E are all constants. So clearly this is a differential equation with independent variable t, dependent variable q with the constant coefficients. So writing the equation in the notation capital letter D, we write that as L into d square plus R into d plus 1 by c into q as equal to E sin pt, a differential equation with the constant coefficients and which is non-homogeneous. To find the solution q, we need to find the complementary function particular integral. So to get the complementary function, we start with the auxiliary equation, and the auxiliary equation is L into m square plus R into m plus 1 by c equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation in m. So solving this quadratic equation, we get the roots of the quadratic equation m as equal to, use the formula m equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Here in the equation if you see, a is L, b is R and c is 1 by c. So substituting that a, b, c in the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation, we get m. So we get m as equal to minus R by 2L plus or minus root of R square minus 4L by C divided by 2L. In the second term, first term is minus R by 2L, but in the second term, if we take that 2L inside that square root sign, then it becomes 2 square L square, means 4L square. So taking it inside the square root symbol, you can write it as minus R by 2L plus or minus root of R square by 4L square minus 4L divided by 4L square into C. which will be further equal to minus r by 2l plus or minus. Now root of r square by 4l square minus the next term 4l cancels, so 1 by lc. And in the question it is clearly said r by l is small, so r square by l square will be approximately 0. So since r square by l square is approximately 0, under the square root symbol r square by l square is 0 means that square root will be root of minus 1 by lc. So in the next step m will be equal to minus r by 2l plus or minus root of minus 1 by lc, and root of minus 1 is I. So minus r by 2l plus or minus I into root of 1 by lc. And you can see in the question p square is given as 1 by lc. So 1 by lc means p square. Use it here. 1 by lc will be equal to p square. So minus r by 2l plus or minus I into root p square, and root p square is p, so minus r by 2l plus or minus ip. So this will be the roots of that auxiliary equation which are complex, with the real part alpha is equal to minus r by 2l, with the imaginary part beta is equal to p. So roots are complex, so complementary function will be equal to e power minus rt divided by 2l into c1 cos pt plus c2 sin pt. Now that e power minus rt by 2l, if we treat it like e power minus x, then you have the Maclaurin's series for e power minus x. 1 minus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial minus x cube by 3 factorial plus etc. In place of x, you can write that minus rt by 2l. And if we expand it, writing x as minus rt by 2l, 1 minus rt by 2l divided by 1 factorial is minus rt by 2l plus x square becomes rt by 2l whole square, means r square t square by 2 square l square, in which that r square by l square comes. And similarly in all the succeeding terms that r square by l square comes. Since r square by l square is approximately 0, you can ignore that terms. So remaining will be 1 minus rt by 2l. So e power minus rt by 2l can be taken as 1 minus rt by 2l into c1 cos pt plus c2 sin pt. Then the particular integral. So look at that equation which we had in the earlier stem. From that you can write the particular integral as equal to e sin pt divided by l d square plus rd plus 1 by c. Now in this you can replace d square by minus p square. So it will be e into sin pt divided by minus lp square plus rd plus 1 by c. E into sin pt divided by minus l into p square is 1 by lc plus rd plus 1 by c. First term will be minus 1 by c and last term is 1 by c in the denominator gets cancelled. So the denominator will be only rd. So e into sin pt divided by rd. 1 by d means integral. So I can write this as e by r. And 1 by d sin pt means integral of sin pt, which will be minus cos pt divided by p. So altogether it will be minus e cos pt divided by rp. So we have the particular integral. Therefore q is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Add the two, you get a q. Then differentiate it, dq by dt will give I. Product rule can be used, differentiate it with respect to t. So you get I. Expression for q and I. Now we can find that constants C1 and C2 by using the condition. Initially means at t equal to 0, it is said that charge q and current I are zeros. Q is 0, I, that is dq by dt, is also 0. So use this. In that first equation q, you can put t as 0 and q as 0. Then it is simplification part. You will get C1 as E by Rp. Then you have written that I dq by dt. In that, put t as 0, I as 0. Initially the current in the circuit is 0. So putting t as 0 and I as 0 in that equation, you get a C2. You get a C2 as equal to E divided by 2L P square. C1 is E by Rp. Substituting, you get the expression for I. You get the expression for I. Multiply the brackets term by term. Remove all the brackets. Finally, 3 terms remains. Et divided by 2L sin pt minus etr divided by 2L square p cos pt minus er divided by 4L square p square sin pt. Since r by L is small, ignoring the term containing r by L means ignoring second and third term. Remaining will be only the first term. So I will be approximately equal to Et divided by 2L into sin pt. At a time t, the current I in the circuit is given by approximately Et divided by 2L sin pt.